welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel. Delighted, as always, to be joined by Gregory Dole. This is a final predictions video for the fight that's happening in Liverpool tonight between Peter McGrail and Marc Leach at Super Bantamweight. Greg, it's an interesting fight. It's not the most eagerly anticipated fight that we're going to see in the UK this year, but a must-win for Peter McGrail. We all saw what happened to him last time out against Jericho Quinn. Going up against Marc Leach, who's an accomplished fighter. Let's be honest. Former British champion, has had that close fight against Liam Davis. Before we go into our predictions? What are your thoughts on this fight?
Yeah, great to speak to you as always, Elliot. I'm quite impressed with this fight, Elliot. How many prospects do we see lose a fight and then they'll come back in against a journeyman who's won 6, lost 54? Let them get a bit of confidence again. Whereas Peter McGrail, he's coming back in against a kid who has given the British, Commonwealth, European champion a great fight. Is 18-3-1. I think it's good matchmaking by Eddie Hearn. I think it shows the belief that he's got in Peter McGrail to have a successful comeback. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it a lot.
Yeah, I think credit to Peter McGrail. He just kind of could have gone up against more of a kind of a knockover job, but it is the main event. I think it would have been just disappointing if he was up against someone who, say, had a record of 5-2 or something like that.
Yeah.
I think just considering that, I think it was 3 or 4 weeks that Marc Leach has come on that sort of notice. So credit to him as well. I just think it shows you in this sport, if you stay ready, then opportunities will come. Peter McGrail, accomplished amateur, was that the Tokyo Olympics. Obviously, he was winning that fight against Jericho Quinn, knocked him down a couple of times. Couldn't have been more dominant in that fight, really, until that stoppage, which kind of was a real contender for KO of the year. What do you think Peter McGrail is capable of, Greg? Obviously, it's must win for him tonight. He's in an exciting division. He's 27, so he's at that age when he's not a young fighter, but he's not an old fighter either. How good do you think this guy is?
Skill wise, Elliot, I think it could be one of the best this country's had.
Mm.
What worries me about Peter McGrail is I don't know what aspect of power is there, and that's the only thing that bothers me. But skill wise, the way he changes the angles, the way that everything comes off the jab, it keeps opponents thinking, which is uncomfortable. It conserves energy. Skill wise, I rate him very, very highly, Elliot.
Yeah. Looking forward to him. Look, he has impressed so far in his pro career until he kind of was hit by that shot against O'Quinn last year. Just before we do our final predictions, Greg, going to go through the latest betting odds that we are looking at. There is a strong favourite in this fight. We're not going to deny that, but we're still going to talk about final predictions. Peter McGrail is a 1-20 favourite to win this fight, 8-13 to win by stoppage, 6-4 to win on points. Marc Leach, on the other hand, is 12-1 to win this fight, and 12-1 to win by decision, and 12-1 to win by KO, and 33-1 to win by decision. Make of that what you will. I'll let you take it away now, Greg. What is your final prediction ahead of this fight? Are you going for big upset, Marc Leach to win? You're going for Peter McGrail to win, get back to winning ways via stoppage? What's your prediction here?
Well, I wouldn't count Marc Leach out. Peter McGrail could now be gun shy because where's his confidence going to be? He was dominating a fight and walked onto one. So he's going to be thinking every time he throws a shot tomorrow night, I need to be careful. For me, I think, although I've got worries about Peter McGrail's power, I think we could be looking at maybe a mid to second half of the fight stoppage for Peter McGrail. I think that Marc Leach, he comes forward, he's got a little bit of a leaky defence, but very good fighter, throws good shots. But the last thing that you need against Peter McGrail is a leaky defence. So I think that he's going to come forward. I think he's going to walk onto shots, eat them, and I can see him, due to an accumulation, maybe getting stopped by Peter McGrail tomorrow night.
No, fair enough. I think, look, he's back in Liverpool, he's the main event. Um, I'm sure he would love to do that. And I think what you've said about him being gun shy, that's the key fixture in this fight. If he is gun shy, I think Mark Leach could possibly win this fight.
Yeah,
He could really fancy it. I think odds of 12-1 for Mark Leach for me are just that little bit wide, to be honest. Mark
yeah,
Leach, look, as we said, he's a former British champion, had a close fight against Liam Davis. It's not a foregone conclusion that Peter McGrail is going to win this fight, in my opinion. However, if we're doing final predictions, I actually do think Peter McGrail will go into this fight a little bit gun shy, and it will just be a case of getting the win and not focusing too much on getting a stoppage. So I'm actually going to back Peter McGrail to win this fight on points, but I would love for him to get the stoppage. I think he's a really big talent, and yeah, and we shall see.
yeah.
Greg, that's it. Well, again, it's not the most. There's a strong favourite here, and we'll see what else happens on the card. I think Junaid Bostan against Jack Martin
Yeah.
is a very good fight. Please do watch that one if you're watching this video. We'd really recommend it. It's gonna be fight of the night. But other than that, yeah, we will see what else happens in Liverpool tonight. Greg, thank you for joining me. Please do like and subscribe and comment on with your predictions for this fight. Greg, thank you very much for your time, and I will speak to you again soon.